Hello there, welcome to Now That You're Awake with Charles Eden. This is our opportunity to learn about the ways and purposes of God and life. Are you ready? Today we'll be reading Luke chapter 6 verses 27 to 28, the Amplified Classic Version. It says, "But I say to you who are listening now to me, in order to heed, make it a practice to love your enemies. Treat well, that is, do good to, act nobly toward those who detest you and pursue you with hatred." Verse 28 says, "Invoke blessings upon and pray for the happiness of those who curse you. Implore God's blessings and favor upon those who abuse you, who revile, reproach, disparage, and high-handedly misuse you." Okay, so there's one part I don't want you to miss. It says, make it a practice too. Make it a practice too. So we're talking about rehearsing to do good. Okay? Rehearsal. And Jesus just says it really clearly in this version here. It says, rehearse how to love your enemies. Rehearse how to treat them well. Rehearse how to treat them well. Rehearse how to do good too, to act nobly toward those who detest you and pursue you with hatred. Practice doing this. Practice it. It says, practice invoking blessings upon and praying for the happiness of those who curse you. Practice imploring God's blessings and favor upon those who abuse you, who revile, reproach, disparage, and high-handedly misuse you. Practice it. Rehearse it. It's something you should practice. Because, why did Jesus say this? Because it's not something that suddenly becomes you, except if you practice it. Now, by the mere meaning of the word practice and rehearse, it simply means that you will find the time to do it and find the place to do it, right? That's what we do when we're having rehearsal and practices, right? We find the time and the place. So you make out time to practice and you find the place to practice. In fact, you find the people to practice this with. You look for those people and you show them love. You don't run away from them. That's contrary to what we think, right? We think, this person is giving me a hard time, I'll stay away from him. But how do you practice according to what Jesus wants you to do? You need to go to them. Find the time to do so. Go visit and practice doing good, invoking the blessings and doing all the wonderful things. You must practice. There is no Christianity. There's no being good, there's no virtue without the practice, without the rehearsal. You need to rehearse. So today, your job as a practicing human being, basically, and a practicing Christian, you must practice doing good. If you don't love, if you don't listen to people to help them and get them out of the situations they're in, then you are not practicing being Christ-like. Being Christ-like requires the practice. Rehearse it. Sit down and think, in this situation, when this happens, what do I do? Think about it and write out the script. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give this. I'm going to do this. You must do that. You must absolutely do that. Otherwise, you're not practicing. Do you understand? Okay, so today, our job and for the rest of our lives, we must practice doing good. Start looking for the opportunity, time and place and people to do this with. Do we get it? I know you do, all right? So do this and have a great day.